Coming to the floor today to speak in support of USMCA, and I appreciate all my other colleagues that are speaking out as well. Almost a year has passed since President Trump signed the US-Mexico-Canada agreement and notified Congress of the administration's intention to enter into the deal. Legislation to implement the agreement must originate and be approved first in the U.S. House of Representatives and then the U.S. Senate, where it will pass with a strong bipartisan vote, including mine. This modernization of NAFTA matters for Arizona businesses, hardworking citizens, and families. Mexico has already ratified USMCA, and Canada is in the process of doing so. Now Congress needs to pass USMCA without any further delay. Simply put, USMCA is a win for Arizona. Trade with Mexico and Canada is key to Arizona jobs and opportunities. Almost 50% of all Arizona exports go to Mexico and Canada, and more than 228,000 Arizona jobs rely on this trade. In 2018, Arizona and Mexico engaged in $16.6 billion worth of cross-border commerce. Exports to Canada and Mexico support Arizona jobs across a broad variety of industries. In 2018, Arizona companies exported $2.3 billion worth of computer and electrical products, $1.4 billion in appliances, $928 million in transportation equipment, and $796 million in machinery to Canada and Mexico. Arizona miners exported $1 billion in minerals and ores, and Arizona farmers exported almost $600 million in agricultural goods. 1 out of 5 Arizona manufacturers export to Canada and Mexico, and most of those are small and medium-sized businesses. It's not too hard to see how much Arizona communities, farmers, ranchers, manufacturers, and business owners stand to gain from Congress finalizing the USMCA. A few weeks ago, I was honored to host Vice President Pence in the Grand Canyon State. One of our stops took us to Caterpillar's proving grounds in Green Valley, Arizona, where the company tests their impressive machinery and trains operators on new equipment. With roughly 660 full-time employees in our state, Caterpillar knows what a critical role cross-border commerce is and the passage of USMCA for Arizona. Caterpillar recycles 150 million tons of scraps a year to create new products. This kind of innovation should be promoted, not penalized. USMCA encourages this kind of innovation by specifically prohibiting restrictions on remanufactured goods. In turn, companies like Caterpillar are not penalized, but encouraged to be thoughtful in their environmental footprint. I made many other visits to local businesses this year and heard straight from Arizonans about why we need to get this deal passed, and now. The USMCA opens doors for Arizona to continue leading in the aerospace, financial services, film and digital media, and bioscience sectors. It enhances intellectual property protections and will benefit Arizona's emerging automotive sector by requiring at least 75% of a car to be built within North America parts in order for it to be sold duty-free. Arizona's farmers and ranchers will have new opportunities to export dairy, eggs, wheat, chicken, and turkey products to Canada. Earlier this month, Speaker Pelosi said about USMCA that her Democratic caucus in the House was, quote, on a path to yes. Well, with less than 24 legislative days remaining in 2019, I sure hope that's true, and I would encourage them to get to yes now. The USMCA is good for our country, and too much time has passed without any House action. During these divided times, this is a proposal that should bring both sides of the aisle together. It is good for America, and it is good for Arizona. USMCA is a clear win for my constituents in Arizona. Arizonans in every corner of our great state need to contact their representatives in the House and tell them to encourage Speaker Pelosi to bring this bill to the floor immediately. Let's pass USMCA now. Thank you, Mr. President. I yield the floor.